Hello!
I do like Playmobil. If you're not aware of it, it's a German toy line of lots of little figures and lots of little accessories and vehicles and play sets and all sorts of stuff that covers the whole gamut of human experience. You've got pirates and undersea explorers and astronauts and policemen and hospitals and wizards and robots. And look, if you like things, there is probably a Playmobil of it. But some of them are a bit weird, as we discovered years ago, if you remember, when I opened a blind bag of a random Playmobil figure and got a hooded executioner, because of course, what child doesn't like that? Well, I've done some delving, and my goodness, we've got some joys for you today. Now, think of what young children like. What do they like? Colouring books? Ice cream? Safe cracking? Yep, it's the Playmobil Safe Cracker set, because that's exactly what the world needed. So, we've got Dodgy Crim, we'll call him Billy, and Bob, the other one. Look, he's got his oxyacetylene torch all ready to get through the lock or something, and a pair of goggles that don't seem to be quite fitting him. Going to use that torch, mate? You want to get some better eye protection, maybe? And also, he's got his torch to point at it, because it's going to be dark, except when they're using the oxyacetylene torch, because they generate quite a lot of light. So something I really like about this is that it actually does have to be put to a combination to open. It was 4-4, and it took me a while to figure that out. Here we go. Yay! We cracked the safe, everyone. But what's inside? Oh, look. There's a briefcase. There's some bullion. Bloody hell. Quickly, do that thing they always do in films where they point out how heavy it is. Oh, it's just so heavy. There we are, we've done that now. And in the top, money and keys. Money and keys. Together at last. I'm going to presume there's more money in here, actually. I haven't checked. I was right. It's 500, 200 and 100 things which can be used to exchange for goods and services and all that kind of good stuff. I do like Billy's hat, though. That's pretty good, isn't it? I enjoy its fantastic patterning. Well done, Playmobil. Now, I know this is an odd set for children, but I do kind of get it, because, I mean, if you've got police and all that kind of stuff, you've got to have, people the police are trying to arrest. So I suppose, what are the criminals doing in this set? They're stealing from a bank or something, and the police have got, I don't know, it just all seems a bit odd, but not nearly as odd as that other classic children's favourite, Hazardous Materials Cleanup Crew. Yay! Look, it's all your favourites. He's got his broom for sweeping the toxic gunk so it doesn't fall on any turtles and turn them into ninjas. And here's his mate with his super industrial Henry Hoover, which he's going to use to... does that go in there? Oh, look at that, amazing. I don't know, spray water or suck up whatever horrible toxic spill has happened. Who came up with this in a meeting? It's like, do you know what the kids are really into at the moment? Hazardous substances on the floor. Yeah, they're really bored of pirates. I blame Jack Sparrow, yeah. I don't know why this one's got a silver hat, by the way. Maybe it's like stormtroopers and he's the commander or something. Well, actually, the real reason is so they don't both look exactly the same in the set, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. They've got the... Oh, I've just noticed. Look, he's missing an arm. Oh no! Oh no! Well, you're going to end up with a super-powered arm. But don't worry, as long as you keep your helmet on, you'll be... Oh, you fool! Quickly, let's remove his mask and see his incredibly dead eyes. Because the faces on Playmobil, they keep fairly generic. Well, until they do the movie line, but we'll come on to that later. Ooh, now you can produce your favourite scenes from the movie Outbreak. Hooray! Yeah, an interesting concept, that one. An interesting concept. But not as interesting as what I think is my favourite out of all of these. Just for the inexplicableness of it. Look, everyone. It's a tramp. It is a vagrant, a hobo, whatever the term may be. A classical man with a bindle over his shoulder and a bottle of booze, wandering along with no shoes and a tattered shirt and all that kind of stuff. And look, here's a park bench, which he can sit on or sleep on or whatever. So already, not the most obvious of sets to give a child, but okay, we'll go along with it. But you know what else it comes with? Victorian-era German policeman in order to tell him to move along or arrest him or something. Yes, it's that classic scene of Tramp being hassled by the police. Exactly the sort of playset every child calls out for. So my understanding is that... Oh, God, I've had this in the house for weeks, so I still haven't quite got over it. My understanding of this is it was sold as like an add-on for... well, like a sort of Victorian doll's house type thing, and this was something you could have outside. Schnell! Schnell! Move along! Whatever that is in German. He's got a spike in his helmet and everything. He can draw his sword. Like, rip. Well, that's him thrown out of the police force. A sword is quite pleasingly vac metalised. You don't see that anymore. On the ground, it's like absolutely horrendous for the environment or something, is my understanding. Move along, Tramp. Now this bench has been claimed for the good people of this city, like this hazardous materials clean-up crew who just came from the future. I don't know. What a strange bloody set. I do like the way that this chap here comes with all the accessories, well, including the flower in the hat, which is a nice touch. And indeed, I mean, you can't ask for more than an incredibly detailed... the German police uniform from sort of Victorian times, or whatever they would call Victorian times in Germany, because I presume they don't call them that, because that was a British Queen. That wouldn't make sense. Anyway, Tramp being hassled by an old policeman. Every child's dream. Who wants bloody Han Solo? Nobody. Not when we've got old Arthur being kicked off a bench by Gunther. Hey everyone, the TARDIS has arrived. Yep, there's a portable toilet in place. This isn't even the first portable toilet they've made. I think this is just the current one. Absolutely astonishing. There we are. There's a bit of toilet roll on the side there. You can't quite see in because of the lack of light. There we are. There's the full toilets. There's no flushing action, tragically, but I'm sure you get the idea. I mean, your kid would have to be pretty into building site accuracy to want a bloody portaloo, a toy portaloo. What? I don't want to know what games they're playing with it. Let's just not consider. At least it didn't come with a builder holding a newspaper who's going in for a shit. No, it literally does. This is actually the figure that comes with it. There he is, with his Max t-shirt and his newspaper ready to read as he sits down and evacuates his bowels into a load of chemicals. I'm not making this up, by the way. Look, the instructions look, it's Playmobil set 9844. It's a thing. It's a thing. These are all things. I've made none of these up. So there we are. If your kid does ask for this for Christmas, I can recommend a therapist. Drop me an email. Yeah, great. You just go over there. Do you know what, actually? I'm going to change the camera angle slightly to get in more on the details for the next bundle of joy. Okay, I don't know why I repeated that joke. It makes no sense. It's just a prefabricated building like you would get on a building site. There we are. Now we've got the full set. So this is not something I was expecting when I was looking these things up, right? So it is exactly as you would see, a little building office. And there's a skylight, look, and the door opens and all that kind of good stuff. And obviously you can take the front off, perhaps maybe one day. Nope, there's the roof. Take the front off and look. Your full-on playset. This guy's rolling around on the floor, drunk as a lord. No, he's sitting there doing his paperwork, whatever. This does originally come with the laptop, but I do not have that part. So he'd be sitting here doing all the, well, admin, I suppose. Like, he's got his calendar and his moustache and some beds. He can lie in and have a sleep, look and rest. This comes out and there's a, I don't know, a reservoir or something. And look, here's a lady who's come in because she needs to use the bloody toilet. Get out. Why is there an unpartitioned toilet? Let's just work this out. The logistics of this, right? Ooh, look at that actual mirror. Ooh, exciting. So she comes and basically can take a shit approximately 3 centimetres away from where he's working. Why isn't there more of a partition? Why isn't this in a separate one? Oh wait, they even sell a bloody portaloo. What is the design of this? Is this actually a thing on German building sites? He has to sit there in everyone else's bum stink all day while they're walking in and out? I mean, what? let's just leave this one here. Do you know what? I'm actually going to change the camera angle and clean things up a bit and wipe my memory of this. Now, this is where I think things get particularly interesting, and that is Playmobil's representation of actual real historical figures. So the first one's a little bit tenuous, but I think we're pretty clear that this is Cleopatra coming at you. Egyptian queen. Look, she's got like a snake-headed thing. Which one's that? Set, one of the many Egyptian gods. Got little sandals that somehow are far too big for her feet, but hey, we won't hold that against her. Maybe it's a comfort thing. And she's got all the articulation you would expect in a Queen of Egypt. So, nothing particularly weird there. They've done several Egyptian queens, so yeah, makes sense. Until you see the accessory it comes with. A big snake. Is it a cobra? Well, it's probably an asp. If you don't know the story of Cleopatra, she was killed when an asp bit her on the breast. So you've got your Death of Cleopatra playset. At least we've got the people to come in and clear the venom up off the floor afterwards. So, ready for some history? There we are. That saves you having to watch the Cleopatra film. Right, I'm clearing the decks again because somebody gave me this at a book signing years ago, bless them, and it's one of my favourite things. It is a Playmobil Martin Luther, produced for the 500th anniversary of the Reformation or something. 2017. Yes, Martin Luther. You know, the guy who's like a German professor of theology, wasn't he? One of the big reformists for the Catholic Church and that. His book, 95 Theses, was famously like stuck on a load of church doors or something. Although I'm not sure if that actually happened or not, but that is how it is told. Yeah, lived in like the 1500s, as you can guess from that. And yeah, now you can have all the joys. My God, the resemblance is uncanny. That's unfair. They use generic faces. Oh yeah, here we are. He's got his beret and he's got his cape and he's got his book and he's got his quill and it's Martin Luther, everybody. I mean, I understand they've done it as like a sort of a one-off thing. Nice, you know, a bit of German history. It's a one-off. It's a commemorative item. It's a collectible, whatever. Oh, but they didn't stop there. Hey, look! It's that other children's favourite, Sebastian Kneipp. You know, the German Catholic priest. He was like a naturopath, big advocate of hydrotherapy. You know, Sebastian Kneipp, the Kneipster. Here he is with his weirdly rubbery sandals and his watering can, and his book, Meine Wasserkur, and his small, annoying, yappy dog. Could be a Pomeranian. I'm not entirely sure. You know, good old Sebastian, Sebi, you know, his wheat bread recipe is the most popular bread in Norway. Well, they call it Kneippbrød, I believe. Yeah, put him on your shelf next to your pirate and your spaceman and your Martin Luther. Isn't that odd? These guys lived hundreds of years apart, and yet they've both got little commemorative Playmobil figures. But even stranger is that in the 1970s, they teamed up to start their own detective agency. Well, Sebastian, good thing that there is no crime going on around here. Yes, this is true, Martin. Yap, 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 yap. What's happened, your small annoying nappy dog? He's hassling this Catholic nun. This is not acceptable. Oh, what is the dog doing? Yap, yap, yap. My dog smells crime. Wait a minute, what's this? This nun is selling indulgences for the Catholic Church! Oh, no! Oh, we'd better track her down. But wait, Sebastian, surely we must discover who she was selling indulgences to, for they are the true sinner in this situation. This is true, my friend, but let us think. If you had sinned to such an extent it would upset the balance of humours in your body from all the guilt, and you would be seeking hydrotherapy to make you feel better. My God, I think you're onto something. Where is the nearest source of water? This portable toilet. Surely we will find the guilty party inside. My goodness, it's celebrated German novelist Theodor Fontane, author of Before the Storm. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling theologians. Yes, that is a thing. Here's the official box and everything. They also did one of like a German chancellor from the 1960s. Couldn't get hold of that one though. Tell you what I could get hold of. Baby Incubator! Look, from like a hospital or something. There's a little baby, it's not very well, but don't worry. The Incubator will keep them safe and warm and all that good stuff. And look, here's the doctor looking after them, who you will notice is wearing an external rescue jacket. So this is just something I didn't know existed, and it confused the hell out of me when I saw the box. Yes, the Incubator is in a field. Where's it plugged into? Is it battery powered? Do they have portable incubators? Obviously they do. But what got me was, I couldn't tell she was a doctor immediately. I saw an incubator in a field, and for a fraction of a second I thought this was a set of a child thief who had gone in and stolen the baby in an incubator. Another child to toil in my tin mines. But no, I think this is actually a thing, like a portable incubator, in case of baby emergencies in the field. Obviously, why wouldn't it be? Anyway, you're freaking me out. Go over there. So, let's end. I think it's only fair to end on another blind bag, since that's what got me going all this in the first place many, many moons ago. And, at the moment, in Poundland, Playmobil the Movie Series 2. You know, Playmobil the Movie. Sort of film that we all thought the Lego Movie would be like, but the Lego Movie was good. This one apparently not so much, but I haven't seen it, so I ain't going to comment. Hopefully we'll get at least a cool figure inside. Guess who forgot to bring his scissors? It was me! Right, here we go. What have we got? Something with a much more... Ooh, something with a far more evil face than the usual blank ones. Is that the actual character we've got? Yes! Evil Gunslinger Man. Okay, I'm down for this. Let's put this together using the power of magic. And here we are, presumably the most evil of gunslingers from the film. Look at his evil eyes. Urgh. And comes with his own severed arm, which is fantastic. He can beat people to death with it, just as they used to in the Old West. Seriously, look it up. Big historical thing, people growing a third arm and then using it as a weapon. Yep, it's how the West was won. So, yes, much nicer figure. There has been a 15-minute break for me to build this, because I put it together slightly wrongly or something, and the head popped off with such violence when I pushed it on the body that it flew off into another room and took me 10 solid minutes to find it. If you're wondering, it was under the unit that the television sits on. Well, there we go. Let's end on a slightly less weird sort of Playmobil note. Although, if we were to put all these sets together, what's the strangest thing we could make? Oh God, it's unholy!
Subscribe for more.